Hello, my name is Sara Nicols, and this is my Functional Vision Assessment Kit. As you can see, it's easily carried, and there's even a strap if I don't want to use my hands on it. To open. First, we have a coat hanger with a ball on the end, which straightens out so that I can do a peripheral field assessment. This assessment will be done on an early elementary age child. So the ball is both visually stimulating and the correct size. I have a tape measure in here so that I can measure the size of each of the things that the child identifies that they can see. I have a black piece of cloth to create contrast. Another object I have is a Captain America doll, which is something familiar for the child. This can be used for a peripheral field exam if I need to use something that the child more easily identifies and is more visually stimulating than the coat hanger and ball. This can also be used as a distance visual acuity measurement if I want to put it in a visually complex environment or more in a simple environment to see if the child can identify this from what distance. And again, I can measure it with the tape measure. I have blocks of different colors, and I'm going to put the phone down for one moment. And for the color assessment, I would have a contrasting color background of the black cloth, probably a larger one than this, but I'm using what I have because I can't go out and buy resources right now. And again, since I can't buy resources, I'm using the blocks I had in my home from my child, and I would ideally have the same size block for each of them. You'll notice I have like 2 4 blocks here and then the 4 blocks here. But I would have the child match up colors. I would mix all them up on their side and ask the child to match the color block with the color I have on my side. This is a good way to measure scanning, color discrimination, saccades if they can look up at me in the process of this demonstration, hand-eye coordination. Lots of different things can be measured in this way. Again, in here, I have a notebook in which I have, I would include a flashlight in my kit, which I do not have and cannot go buy, if I need to manipulate the lighting environment for the child. To measure near acuities, I would get a child's book. This is not the best child's book. I would like one with, this is just to demonstrate, but ideally I would go buy one that has clear block letters of many different sizes that I could ask the child to identify which size they can read that's the smallest and see if they know some of their letters. If they don't know their letters, in here, I have different sized shapes. I have them both in different sizes on a single piece of paper, or this is a bit more visually complex, and I can see at what distance they can see these. I have a piece of bold lined paper for taking notes on all of this, so I can write down my measurements and how well the child did. Let's see what else I have in my goodie bag. I have an example of a typoscope. Black is the ideal color for one of these, and I can put this so I can isolate lines in the book to see if that assists them in being able to see better. And I have gum in here as a reward system if the child is doing well and they want a little reward, I might bring that or maybe a piece of candy, of course with permission from the family. And that is an example of my functional vision assessment kit.